That's right, Erica, and his teammates describe him as a spark plug both on and off the court. They're now dedicating tonight's game to him.
Go, baby, we win, boys!
New video showing Marcelo Gomez da Silva joking around and cheering on his volleyball teammates.
Jimmy looks like a diva.
The team will have to take the court without him for the first time tonight as he sits in ICE detention, detained over the weekend while on his way to practice.
Oh, he's a light. I mean, the videos that you see where he's jumping around and laughing and smiling and what have you, I mean, that's who he is.
Pauline Greco is a parent of one of the team members and is acting as the Gomez da Silva family spokesperson. She says the family has been able to speak to Marcelo Tuesday and says he's being treated like an animal.
He isn't eating. Part of that is his anxiety. He can't. But he's in terrible conditions. He's sleeping on the floor. I mean, imagine what that must feel like if you can close your eyes for a second and think about what must be going through that kid's mind.
The team spent last night making shirts and signs in support of Marcelo. They're now dedicating Tuesday night's game to him.
He's like a connector of people. He's a collaborator, and he's a leader in the community. He's a leader in his church. He is not a criminal.
Tonight's game starts at 6 and is against Taunton, and team members tell me they expect tonight's turnout to be the biggest ever seen in school history. We're live in Milford. Danae Bucci, WCVB News Center 5.
All right, today, thank you. Our Sarah Conji is live in Burlington tonight, where Gomez da Silva is being held at that ICE facility. And Sarah, there's now a new hearing set in this case?
The high school student's attorney, Ben, tells us that there's going to be an immigration hearing this Thursday. And at that hearing, the attorney is going to argue that Marcelo Gomez da Silva is not a flight risk, that he is not a danger, and that he should be released on bond.
Detained since Saturday, Marcelo Gomez da Silva will get a chance for release later this week. His attorney says the Milford High School junior came to the U.S. when he was 7 and has no criminal history. In a statement, the attorney says his strong community ties, consistent academic achievement, and involvement in positive extracurricular and faith-based activities underscore the fact that he poses no danger to the community and is not a flight risk.
They need to release him. Absent providing some more information, ICE needs to release this young man.
ICE officials say they were pursuing his father for an allegation of reckless driving, but pulled the 18-year-old over on his way to volleyball practice. Agents arrested the teen for being undocumented.
Whatever was happening with regard to the father and father speeding, that has nothing to do with holding onto this young man.
The Milford arrest, one of nearly 1,500 made by ICE in Massachusetts in May.
More than half of the nearly 1,500 illegals arrested had significant criminal convictions or charges pending against them. I don't think anybody in this room wants these types of heinous criminals in your communities.
ICE officials say those arrested include drug traffickers, sex offenders, murderers, and foreign fugitives. But officials did not identify anyone.
Provide information. You know, give us the information. They provided very little information yesterday about 1,400 people that they've removed from Massachusetts.
And of those who were arrested last month as part of this operation, 671, according to ICE, were identified as being undocumented without any criminal history. Live in Burlington, Sarah Conji, WCVB News Center 5.